What are the symptoms of
Yes.
someone that has high estrogen levels?
So the number one symptom I would say is heavy bleeding, because estrogen builds our lining. So more estrogen, more lining, more bleeding.
Yeah.
That's not to say that women can have other issues with estrogen where it's low.
Yeah.
How do we know? Less estrogen, less lining, less bleeding.
Yep.
So you're looking at a heavy period or a light period, because no one's really complaining about a mid-level
Yes.
period,
Yeah.
right? And if you are, it's probably pain, which is still we can talk about. And it's not the only hormone imbalance, but it's probably 90% of my patients I start here.
Right.
And it's not as hard as you think to actually address it. We've just spoken about the external factors that can really drive estrogen crazy. Like I said, stress can have an impact as well. But then what my job becomes is to how do I get the body internally to regulate estrogen better? First place that we do that is the gut. We know we have certain gut bacteria that help us to regulate estrogen as a starting point. We don't know lots about them, but we know they're there. The second place is the liver. We know the liver has to detoxify our hormones, and that's through phase 2 liver detox. It's the pathway where we actually detoxify and clear. And if that's not working properly, which is most women's issue, then that's going to add to the estrogen pile.
Yeah,
and then finally, the final mechanism is the bowel. We clear out excess anything, but we clear out excess hormones via the bowel. And so if the bowels aren't working, which is probably the number one thing I see with women, their bowels aren't working and they've got heavy periods. I'm like, right, I know exactly what we need to do here. We need to get your bowels working properly.